Hello, my name is Eric. I am the millennial.
I'm Angie the Gen Z.
I'm another Gen Z.
And this is part 2 of
Ben Drowned.
Ben Drowned.
Ben Drowned.
Ben Drowned, yes.
Benjamin.
Ben?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I mean, thanks for joining in with us again. I'm kind of, and I was telling them too, I was like, why is it called Ben Drowned? Because in the first part, we didn't touch anything on that. But I think we're going to touch a little bit about that, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Alright, and I will hand it on over to Angie. Nothing new or nothing exciting happened this week. So, yeah. Other than that, okay, Angie, go ahead. Go ahead, Miss Guru.
Okay, so just a little like update. This is like kind of like him writing or like posting it on the internet under something. I forgot what web. I don't think I mentioned the website. Just like a website.
Like a Reddit or something? Or
Probably.
No, this is way before Reddit, no?
I don't know.
MySpace?
Actually,
This was like
no, it's probably-
2010. I don't
It's probably
know.
like the beginning of Reddit. Like
So like it
unmoderated
probably
Reddit.
was Reddit. I don't know. It doesn't really say.
Unmoderated Reddit.
Huh.
Unmoderated
So-
Reddit?
The first one was post 1. This is now post 2. And it was written on September 8th, 2010.
Dang, that's so long ago. That's
That
what?
wasn't really that long ago.
13 years ago?
I guess that's long ago.
How long?
I don't know. We were still in California. I know it was like 3. Really?
I don't know, how old were you? This
6, 7, 8,
2010?
9, 10. He's 4.
That's 13 years ago.
You're
I was,
4.
I was
4.
okay.
Weren't you like 3 or something?
No, I think I was 3, Phil.
06, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, never mind, I was 4.
Okay. I'm just gonna get started.
Wait, what was it? September or October?
Girl.
September. So you were still 3, because you don't get, because you remember your birthday's in October, so
Yeah.
Oh, he has
So
a
you're-
birthday.
you're kinda younger.
No, I should remember.
you're kind of
Little
younger,
pig.
Nano. All right, okay. Continue, Miss Girl. Continue.
Okay,
Like a month
so
younger. Yeah.
You're still running
up.
around in your little crop tops.
brownies.
I think that's when Angie was like, "I'm recording."
Stop. Now you guys are gonna have to edit this all out. That's your own fault.
I'll probably leave it on there.
Okay, we're gonna have to edit it out.
Who's gonna edit?
I am gonna probably leave it there.
Fine,
Honestly,
so
at this
it's your
point.
fault.
Go ahead, Angie.
No, you guys can continue like
Angie,
talking.
every time I edit, I can like make you say bad words.
Okay.
But you won't, so continue.
Yeah, it's too complicated. Why would I do that?
I don't care.
Go, Angie, go.
So post 2, September 8th, 2010. I'm going to post what happened and link the video footage, but last night everything got too real for me. I think I'm done messing around with this. I passed out pretty much immediately after making that thread, but last night, the elegy of emptiness statue, I had a dream about it. I dreamed that it was following me in my dreams, that I would be minding my own business when I'd feel my neck hair stand up on end. I would turn around and that thing, that horrible, lifeless statue, would be staring at me with those empty eyes, merely inches away. In my dream, I remember calling it Ben, and never before had I had a dream that I could vividly remember. But the important thing is, I did get some sleep, I suppose. Today, putting off playing the games as long as I could, I drove back up to that neighborhood to see if the old man came back as I expected. The car was still gone and no one was home. As I was walking back to my car, the man next door mowing the lawn killed the power to his lawnmower and asked me if I was looking for someone. I told him that I was looking to talk to the old man that lived here, to which he told me what I already knew. He was moving. Trying a different avenue, I asked if the old man had any family or relatives I could talk to. I discovered that this old man had never been married, nor did he have any children or grandchildren through adoption. Starting to become worried, I asked one final question, one that I should have asked from the beginning. Who was Ben? The man's expression turned grim, and I learned that 4 doors down, 8 years ago on April 23rd, the man informed me that it was the same day as his anniversary. That's how he knew the specific date. There was an accident with a young boy named Ben in the neighborhood. Shortly after, his parents moved, and despite any further attempts to talk to the man to get more information, he wouldn't divulge anything else. I went back and started playing again. I loaded up the game, and immediately I jumped at the title screen where the mask flies by. The sound that played was not the normal whoosh sound. It was something much more high-pitched. I pressed start, bracing for the worst, but just like 2 nights ago, the file Your Turn and Ben were displayed. Truth be told, I looked at the Ben file earlier. It seemed to fluctuate between displaying the owl save and not. I brought up the Ben file, hesitating for a moment, noticing that the stats were not the same as they originally were 2 days ago. It seemed like he had already completed the stone tower this time. Summoning my courage, I selected it. Immediately, I was thrusted into a complete chaos. Sure enough, I was outside Stone Tower Temple, but that's about all that was expected. The stone itself wasn't called Stone Tower Temple, but rather Stone. And immediately, a dialogue box of complete gibberish that I couldn't make out greeted me. Link's body was distorted. His back was...
It was Spanish or something?
I was thinking Arabic.
Oh, okay. I was like, dang. Okay, stop. Pause me, girl.
It was Spanish or something.
I was thinking it's like gibberish. So I was thinking of like.
That reminds me of when
Arabic.
Muscle Man was like, when you guys came out, you ladies came out here, you went to the fridge speaking Spanish or something.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when they took the juice, no?
When they were drinking that smart
the
And
brain
they're
juice,
like,
yeah.
oh no, we drink so much that they become dumb to us because they're too smart.
Were they like speaking Latin or something?
They're like speaking Latin.
They're probably
Like speaking Latin.
their own
And
language
Muscle
or
Man's
something.
like, you guys are out here speaking Spanish or something.
After like they return to their normal selves, huh?
They're practicing for a pioneering contest, I think. Muscle Man.
Was it?
Muscle Man was practicing for a
Okay.
pioneering
Oh, yeah.
contest.
He just made
remember-
red juice.
When they were like too smart, they saw them as like a walrus.
Caveman.
And,
Or like, yeah, like dumb
pie.
cavemen, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, they think they
They saw
saw.
them as like polygons, but they're like you look like a walrus. No, I think High Five Ghost was like a polygon, and he was like a walrus.
And then
Oh, okay.
Muscle. No.
And I think Skip was the like
Caveman
was
thing.
the caveman, right?
Skip was a caveman.
Because he's a monkey. No, he's not a monkey. He's the Yeti.
He's the oldest one. I thought it's because he was the oldest one.
Oh.
What?
Skips? He's like a thousand.
No. Yeah. For a long time, I thought he was like an albino gorilla, but he's a Yeti.
I thought he was an albino gorilla too. But yeah, he's a Yeti.
No, he's a Yeti.
I thought it
Bro.
was a gorilla.
Me too. I thought he was just an old gorilla.
Dying.
Like, a
Alright.
white
How
gorilla.
Pops? I thought Pops was a normal person, but he's a
Pops is
lollipop.
lollipop.
I thought he was. Oh no, that's Benson. He's
Benson's
he's
a
gumball
he's a
machine.
gumball dispenser.
He's a lollipop because in what's his name? JJ Quinto? JQ Quinto?
Yeah,
I forgot his name.
me too.
And one of his original works, like before, I think he was working at. No, I think he was in film school. One of his original works, Pops was like this. It's somewhere on YouTube. Pops was like this, like the mayor of like Lollipopville.
That's why he pays with lollipops.
That's how he pays with lollipops.
Because he's so used to that.
Yeah, because he's that's like I don't know what the context is in the show, but I know in that short, the little short, Pops is a little like lollipop like mayor, like lollipop.
Interesting.
And originally, wasn't he like really smart?
Yeah, he was supposed to be like this like eloquent older like gentleman.
And then like Mordecai and Rigby went back in time, and they like
They ran him over.
They ran him over.
They
So
ran
that's
him
why
over.
he's special today.
Mordecai Rigby ran him over.
Not special, but he's like, oh.
Well, was he younger? How old is he?
He was little, yeah.
Yeah, he was like I think he had
That's
like, the
messed
little blue sailor
up.
uniform.
He, had he was a child. He had like no mustache. So he was like a smart
I
child.
ran
yeah.
over.
It's kind of funny. It's messed
it is
up.
kinda
Kind of
funny.
funny and
He
messed
got up.
up.
He's like,
That's
Me
kind of
too,
funny
bro,
and
me
messed
too.
up. But
It's pretty messed
yeah.
up.
It's funny. I love regular show.
Dang.
Me too.
'Cause it
That
was like
seems
for, like the older kids. It was
crazy.
funny.
Yeah, it was for like teen.
It was
teens.
It's like when I watched it, I was like a little kid.
When I watched it, I think I was like
All right,
also look
guys.
cute. We're all looking.
almost a teenager.
Back to this.
Okay, sorry.
Here's what on a whole little tangent about regular show. You guys are
I
crazy.
love regular
show.
show.
Oh, okay. Anyways, Angela, let's get back.
The water hitting the
What's this guy's
drain.
name again? I just want to call him Ben.
This guy name?
Yeah.
The
It
dead
didn't mention.
kid
It
or-
hasn't mentioned his name yet, huh? No.
Yeah, I don't think it mentions his
I don't think he has a name.
Okay, so, all right. So this person. So the first point of view. Oh wait, this person. All right, cool. So he went back to try to find the old man, but the old man mysteriously went away.
Yes, sir.
Right? Dang. Kind of reminds me of like a Jumanji, you know, when like they find the board game.
Yeah.
Jumanji.
Have you not seen the movie Jumanji?
I've seen Jumanji.
Yeah, when they find the board game and then like the
original one?
guys, yeah, the original one and the newer one. The newer one is
Newer one?
the Jumanji's is also in the video game console, right?
Yeah.
But like they
It's like an
disappear in there.
Atari.
Yeah, but they disappear inside of it. It kind of reminds you of that in a way
And then
because
Jonas
he's playing
is in
a
it.
game.
Why was
Yeah.
he in it?
He was like he played this.
He's a
kid
pilot.
Yeah. Well, he played like a teenager. Well, that's what
Yeah.
he originally was. He was like this kid that like entered the game. And he was like
But now he's old.
midway through the movie. He's like, wait, what
What year is it?
No. They ask him what year is it. He's like, oh, it's like 1980 something. And he's like, it's 2000 something. He's like, huh?
Oh, but yeah, so it kind of gives you that kind of like vibes because he says that the stuff inside that video game is like weird, and you know how he like deleted it and brought it back, or he deleted it but then it brought itself back. So it's kind of like a little reset that it has, kind of like Jumanji too. I feel like.
Yeah.
Anyways, if that was me, I probably would have been like, dang, I have a virus in my in my game now or something.
That sucks. Stop playing it.
Yeah,
we said that earlier too, the last episode. We're all like,
I would quit.
like, oh, well,
I know.
I'll throw the disc away.
This guy's like really
Something
invested in
based on
it.
it.
The little, what's it called? What were the games? And like a little like,
Man, no, I wasn't like that.
what was it called?
I don't know what you're talking about, Angie. It
The
just it looks like
cartridge?
you're throwing out gaming signs at me.
No,
cartridge?
a little cartridge.
It wasn't a little cartridge. That's newer. And
It's a bigger cartridge.
The cartridges was like this big.
This was like 2010.
No,
Yeah,
but it's an
but-
N64.
But he's
Oh.
talking about the Nintendo 64. So they had the big car, and I remember playing those. And then when
one.
it didn't want to play anymore, you had to blow on it. Or sometimes
You know that's
our
bad.
cousin, or sometimes our cousin Danny, he would like even get like
Q-tip.
the Q-tip with alcohol, and he like put it in there and start rubbing it on it.
You know we're not supposed to blow in it?
You're not.
No, yeah, because I guess it does take the dust away, but we're like spitting in it, basically. That's what we're doing. So if you are going to do that, it's better to like do like a Q-tip.
Yeah, just a Q-tip.
I still
Dang.
do it though.
Dry Q-tip, maybe.
You still do it. You don't have those cartridges
That little
anymore.
3DS? We're like
Bruh.
one it, we're like a little DS, I remember that.
Okay, and to continue. Sorry,
Yeah,
we
no,
went
that-
off on a
it's
huge
like-
little
it's like
tangent
muscle memory.
just for me to be like, yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it reminds me of this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
cool.
ready? His back was cocked violently to
His
the side.
back?
You said a cock.
Cocked.
His back was cocked violently to the
Cocked.
side.
Like, it was like crooked.
Oh, okay.
Girl.
For some reason, I just thought like
To the left or to the right?
I just thought the character was twerking all of a sudden. He's like cocking his
Going
back.
like,
up,
I'm
you know?
thinking of scoliosis.
Oh, okay. I was
like
over here
you.
thinking that he's like
Oh, like
twerking
you.
or something like Nano.
Well.
When Nano comes in here and starts twerking, I'm like,
So then he just enters my room and he's like, Angie, look at me, Angie! And then I look up and he's like, twerking.
You know,
He's, like, giving us a free
it's
show
Like, it's
over
like
here.
when like we're out in public with mom and I'm like, Ma, yeah. And start dancing.
okay, go, why'd you go?
Okay. To the side where his posture was permanently disfigured.
Oh, okay, yeah, there you go. I spoke too soon.
Yes,
too
you
early.
did, girl.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Leaf's expression was dull, almost monotonous. Monotonous?
Melatonin?
Yeah.
Monotonous.
Monotone.
Like monotone.
Monotone like.
He had an expression on his face that I didn't recognize before. It was a blank look, as if he was dead. As Link stood there, his body spasmed irregularly back and forth. I examined what had become of my avatar and noticed I had a seed.
Well, I mean,
Stops knitting.
I mean-
he looks at me, he's like,
like, didn't he just get like
flamed.
bodied by the other by that kid or
That
whatever,
floating thing?
by a skeleton
Yeah.
kid or whatever? Yeah, right.
Erica, I mean, Angie should have saw her. Erica, okay, a little, what is it? A little.
Erica's knitting. No, she's not knitting.
Look,
She's
conscious.
Just for look, yeah.
Erica's knitting.
not knitting.
I am
Shedding.
crocheting.
She's crocheting.
It's fun. It's
Making a
something I
scarf.
picked up. It's
She's such a little
amazing.
lady.
Because of me, she was inspired by me.
It's really fun and relaxing. I like it. And
So
it's
she's
really cool.
crocheting, and she stops crocheting. She looks up at me with a disgusted face, like a confused, disgusted face. She's like,
Well,
she's like right in front of me. So she looks up with like this confused, disgusted face. She's like,
what are you doing?
I was looking at Nano.
Why?
Because why not? And your face is ugly.
Okay.
it's the same
like-
face.
I made the same face that Angie, I guess, but
Angie started waving at me. I'm like,
I was
what?
like-
it looked like she was. I don't know. It was a weird wave. That's not. That's not like a
I
wave.
know. I'm like, are you like trying to tell me something?
I was like,
Maybe
thought so
like
too.
this, like,
Angie,
wiggling my
if I'm
fingers.
like, if I turn around, is she gonna be like a demon? Like,
Was I wiggling my fingers when I'm going like this?
and she started waving her fingers, and she started like shaking her hand sporadically. I'm like, excuse me.
I know.
I tried to tell me,
not
like,
like
you're in
a wave.
danger? Wait, you're in danger?
It looked like you eating something. That's how I was like looking up at you, like, what do you want, weirdo? He's talking.
And then I look over at Miss Keisha, and it's the exact same face, but this time
Same.
pointed at
me?
pointed at Angie.
Okay.
She's like,
Alright.
she's like, the way she was crocheting too is like
She,
the
like-
meme,
she,
like,
like,
clutching
slowed
my
down and
purse
she stopped.
tightly, clutching my purse tightly. You're clutching that.
She slowed down and
tightly.
stopped and looked at Angie.
I had to process
like,
what she was doing. I was like, from the corner
I
of
was
my eye.
waving. Okay.
Anyways,
okay.
the whole point of this is I made that face because how can this person be so shocked that Link looked like that after what he
How is
happened
it
to
a video
him?
game?
last time. You know, it's like,
video games are not real.
Because like he wasn't playing. It was like in a dream.
I get. No, he's playing.
No,
now.
he's playing right now.
He had a dream in the beginning.
Not bad. I guess I like zoned out.
I know. No, he's playing again, and this time
And now
he's all
playing,
like, not Ben, frick. Link is all
Frick.
messed up.
Let's call him OP. I'm just kidding. What does that even mean? I
original
hear
poster?
that. Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, let's call him OP. That's what that meant.
That sounds whack.
I would always be like, what does OP mean? Every time I'm reading
Is it
like
original
this stuff.
poster?
He's overpowered. No,
Shut up. Shut up. One person. There you go. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Go ahead, Angie. Go ahead.
Okay.
Anyway, OP when he was like, yeah. Go ahead, Angie.
Angie's still throwing up gang signs.
I was reading.
Go.
I had a C button item I had never seen before. Some kind of note. But pressing it did nothing. Sounds played back and forth that I didn't recognize from the game. Almost demonic in nature. And there was some kind of high-pitched yip or some kind of laughter. Or something playing in the background. I had all of 2 minutes to take in the environment before another one of those elegy of emptiness statues was summoned. And immediately after I had cut into the dawn of a new day screen, except this time it was without the usual subtext. The subtext is just like a line, like a bunch of lines.
Subtext?
Like the capital I's, yeah.
Oh.
When?
I don't know, hieroglyphics.
Hieroglyphics?
Hieroglyphics.
Hieroglyphics.
What?
I was a Deku scrub in Clocktown.
Deku.
Shut up.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This scene would normally play after the first time you traveled back in time. Tottle or Toddy? I think that's an L. Tottle would say what just happened is as if everything has. But instead of saying started over, she finished her remark in a broken text as the laugh of the happy mask salesman played in the background. I was put back in the control of my character, but from a weird angle. Okay, so why I'm stuttering? Because this contains a lot of cuss words. I'm trying.
I didn't need to say something.
What?
We ate McFlurries yesterday without you.
Why would you tell her that?
I
I knew it. I was like, these fatties are taking too long. They're probably out eating. And I was right.
Why would you tell her that?
Oh my god.
Either way, I already knew. I was like, yeah, they were def eating out. Because you guys left at like 5, came back at like 7.
We actually got out of the gym like at 7, right?
Yeah, we got out.
Because we went to go to the gym at 6. We got out we got there like 6:20. And then we got out like at 7:20.
No, but yeah, I was like, fatties. Anyways.
Let me tell her that. No, you snitch.
Oh no, I just remembered it.
This story contains a lot of cuss words, and I'm trying my best to limit myself, but sometimes they're funny.
Okay, go ahead for it. Go ahead for it.
Yes. I was looking from behind the door to the clock tower, watching my avatar run around as a Deku scrub. Seeing as how I really had no place to go because I couldn't see anything, I begrudgingly went inside the door. There I was greeted by the happy salesman who simply told me, you've met with a terrible fate, haven't you, before the screen whited out. I was in Termina Fields as a human. Again. I might as well not have been playing the same game anymore. I was being warped around, and there was no sign of a day clock or anything. I took a moment to get my bearings as I looked around the field, and immediately I could tell that this was not normal. There was no enemies, and a twisted version of the Happy Mask Salesman theme was playing. I decided to run towards Woodfall before I noticed the gathering of 3 figures off to the side, one of them being Epona. As I approached them, to my horror, I saw the Happy Mask Salesman, the Skull Kid, and the Elegy of Emptiness statue just standing there. I figured maybe they were bugged out, but by now, I told myself that I should know better. Nevertheless, I approached them carefully and found that the Skull Kid was playing some kind of idle animation on a loop. Same with Epona, and the Elegy of Emptiness statue was doing what it has been doing all along, just standing there eerily. It was the happy...
Erica looked up confused again for a minute. She's like, wait a minute.
I know. I was like, when did all these characters come?
They're just weird.
Okay, go ahead.
I thought she's like, what does the statue do again?
Girl. The statue just stays a statue. It stays still.
It starts breakdancing.
It's a little hard for me to understand it because I haven't played this game, but I'm sure other people that have played it, they understand. They're like, yeah, okay, that makes sense, or because it's a little hard for me to imagine it. But keep going though. It's good so far. Like I'm listening to it obviously because I'm making faces and I don't know.
She stops crocheting, looks up.
Slowly, I'm like,
Do it.
It was the happy mask salesman that scared me more profoundly than the other two. He, too, was idle, wearing that shit-eating grin, but wherever I moved, his head slowly turned and followed me. I had not engaged in any dialogue with him, nor was I in combat with him, yet his head still continued to follow my movements. Reminded of my first encounter with the Skull Kid on top of the clock tower. I pulled out my ocarina, to which the game played that ding sound when you're supposed to play your ocarina, and tried a song that I hadn't played yet. The Happy Mask Salesman owned song. The song that had been playing on loop back and forth. Back in day 4. The song of healing. I finished playing the song, and as I did, an ear-piercing shriek blasted on my screen, on my TV.
Me too. I'd be like, you can't be happy.
What?
Because he put the song of healing, like a nice song or whatever, right? So I'd be mad too. Like you can't play that in this depressing state
bro,
right now.
I thought it was just like because it triggered him because it's his song.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, you can't be playing that. And that's probably why he's probably saying too. He's like, you can't be copying my song. Go ahead. Sorry.
You trying to have fun?
Shut up. Did I just catch you having fun?
The sky.
I just catch you wanting to be something.
Go ahead, Nana. Go on.
The sky immediately started flashing. The Happy Mask Salesman twisted theme song sped up, intensifying the fear inside of me, and Link exploded into flames and died.
Again.
Bro, what's bro? Dude.
He comes back.
What did he do?
He just did a silly little ocarina.
How you know?
Imagine playing an instrument by yourself and then
Play your
you
little
combust.
Your little circle flute.
He was
You
legit
just
just
jive.
standing there being a little teenage girl. Have you guys seen that videos on TikTok? Like, oh, like I made a mistake at work, but I'm a 30-year-old teenage girl. Nah,
No, what the heck?
I'll show you. It's hilarious.
Girl, is that you?
It's hilarious, and then
I made a
it's like,
mistake with someone's blood, but I'm a 30-year-old teenager.
shut
so
up!
I'm okay.
Stop! No, don't be. Knock on wood. I don't want to do that. That's really bad.
The patient has rejected its blood.
What are
Stop.
we gonna do?
Because that does happen. They have transfusion reactions.
The patient
Some of them are really
was 100%
scary.
crib.
I did it on purpose.
No, the patient was 100% crib. Angie.
I'm over here thinking it's serious, and then Nano said, "Wow."
It's because Nano's like, yeah, the patient didn't.
The patient rejected its blood because 100%
And
crib.
I was like, oh.
Nano, you're dumb.
It's funny. It's funny. Okay, you guys ready? Ready? I'm sorry. I'm just thinking of him exploding into flames. Okay.
You're so
Okay.
mean. Poor Link. He can't catch a break.
I was thinking of the baby going like this. The baby was born with no blood. It's 100% crib.
Okay.
Okay, go.
The three figures stayed lit up, burning my death scene as they watched my lifeless body burn. I can't describe to you how sudden and terrifying the transition from eerie to terror it is. You're going to have to watch the video if you want to see the first-hand experience. That same fear that caused me to lose sleep 2 days ago started to grip at me again. I was met with the text, "You've met with a horrible fate, haven't you?" for the 3rd time. There has to be some kind of meaning behind that.
I'm so mad.
Yeah, skill issue.
I've been like, no, duh.
Girl, why would
Whoa!
My
I
anger-
thought that was an awesome fate.
I know.
Girl, my anger would have taken me like a while ago. I would have stopped playing.
Okay, go.
Don't throw it away. I'm like, bye, Ben.
Go. Shut up.
Go swim in the
Angie.
trash, Ben. I know. And I would
Angie
stop.
would have immediately disconnected like what she does when we were playing Overwatch.
Well, yeah, because
Leaves like mid-game.
Why wouldn't I? Do you not do that now? Like if your team sucks, you just leave.
Yeah.
See?
But not when I'm like arguing with somebody.
Oh, I don't argue with people. I can't argue.
Yeah,
with
you
people.
did. I remember I told you something that made you leave.
You and Nana was arguing. Shut up.
Oh, I thought you meant like in the game. Typing.
I mean, like in general, just leaving games.
Oh, well, I don't like you, so
Okay,
Oh,
go.
brown.
I was gonna say that. He was thinking of me. He's thinking. You heard the thoughts in my head. Okay. I had little time to ponder as I was immediately given another small cutscene. I'm transforming into a Zora, and now I found myself in a great temple bay. Hesitant but curious to see what the game had in store for me, I slowly made my way towards the beach, where I found Epona. I wondered why the game had decided to put her here. Was the game implying she was trying to get a drink, unable to take off the mask? I decided that riding the steed wasn't the reason she was placed there. Suddenly I realized that Epona kept neighing, and the way she was angled made it look like she was trying to signal a point to me off in the distance. It was a hunch, but I dove into a great bay and started swimming. Sure enough, I almost missed it. I found something at the bottom of the ocean. One last elegy of emptiness statue. I went down to examine it, and suddenly my Zora started doing a choking animation I had never seen a Zora do before. Which didn't even make sense, as Zoras can breathe underneath water. Regardless, my character choked to death and I died, and again the statue was the only thing that was highlighted in my death. I didn't respawn this time. I was booted back to the main menu as if I restarted the console. The press start screen was before me. I knew the only reason why it would put me here is because the save file had changed again. Taking a deep breath, I pressed start and I was right. The new save files told me about Ben. Now it made sense why the statue appeared when I tried to go to the laundry pool. The game must have anticipated how I would have tried to skip the day 4 clock town. 2 save files told me his fate. As I suspected, Ben was dead. He had drowned. The game obviously wasn't through with me. It taunted me with new save files. It wants me to keep playing. It wants me to go further. But I'm done with this shit. I'm not touching any more of the files. This is already way too horrifying for me. And I don't even believe in the paranormal. But I'm running out of explanations. Why would someone send me this message? I don't understand. I just get too depressed thinking about it. The footage is up here for those who want to see it and try to analyze it. Maybe there's some kind of coded message in the gibberish or something symbolic in what I went through. I am too emotional and mentally drained to fuck with it anymore. And then he posted again on September 10th, 2000. How he looks at you after you killing him.
When he dies, this is all you see.
Like, imagine he's about to die and he's like slowly like turns towards you.
No, this was Ben. And this is the statue you see.
Or why Ben ugly?
Ben's like 10. Oh yeah, look, context. Ben drowned is based off Legend of Majora's Mask. And what he did is you buy you get certain masks and then those masks transform into like certain versions of it, and he turned into like this Link that can go underwater. Like it turns into like creatures with the mask do. And he had a certain mask that let go underwater. So when he said, "Oh yeah,
the Zora?"
He can breathe in the water. It's because that species can breathe in the water.
Sick.
Thanks for explaining that, because I had no idea how.
Yeah, I'm like I should probably tell you this soon, but like I
didn't really understand either.
I couldn't find like a good way to like where to stop you.
Right now. Me a photo.
I just showed Angie a picture of Ben from.
Girl, why does Ben? Erica, look at Ben.
I saw Ben already.
You look like me for real. That's how I stand outside Nano's door asking for water. Okay.
I see in the hall, Angie in the hall. Angie giving me like a half empty like can of juice.
What about it? Okay. Post 3, September 10th, 2010. So like 2 days later. I know it's early in the morning. I stayed up all night. I can't sleep. I don't care if people see this. That's not the point. I just want the word to get spread so I don't suffer for nothing. I've lost the will to type about this. The less I dwell on this, the better. I think the video just speaks for itself. I did what you guys told me to do. I played the Elegy of Emptiness song at the first prompt by the game I was given. But I think that's what the game or Ben... Jesus Christ, I can't believe I'm even humoring the absurd idea that he exists in the game. Wanted me to do. He's following me now. Not just in the game. He's in my dreams. I see him all the time, behind my back, just watching me. I haven't gone to any of my classes. I've stayed in my dorm room with the windows closed and the blinds shut. That way I know he can't watch me. But he still gets me when I play. When I play, he can still see me. The game is scaring me now. It talked to me for the first time. Not just using text that was already in the game, but it spoke to me, talked to me. It referenced Ben. It talked to me. I don't know what it means. I don't know what it wants. I never wanted this. I just want my old life back. Stuff like this doesn't happen to people like me. I'm just a kid, not old enough to drink yet. It's not fair. I want to go home. I want to see my parents again. I'm so far away from home. Here at the school. I just want to hug my mom again. I just want to forget what the statue's horrible blank face. My original game file is back, just the way I left it before it was gone. I don't want to play anymore. I feel like something bad will happen if I don't. But that's impossible. It's just a video game. Haunted or not, it can't hurt me, right? Like, seriously though, it can't, right? That's why I keep telling myself. But every time I think about it, I'm not so sure.
Well, this dude's literally driving himself insane with that.
Oh, yeah.
What you just said, like, he's getting depressed. He's withdrawing from everybody. He wants to go see his family. He's
not
like,
going to classes anymore.
He's not going to class anymore. So that video game, like, basically like messing up his life.
He's taking his money.
Yeah.
But like he said, if he doesn't play it, he feels like something bad's gonna happen. Something bad probably will happen.
Probably just to him, because he's like,
I don't know. So
he's like paranoid about it.
He made another post 3.
Oh, dang.
On September 12th, 2010.
So he's still alive.
2 days later again. Let me just clear things up. I know you guys are worried about. Okay,
about
sorry.
what?
Lost my place for a bit. Oh, his username is Jad Usable.
Is what?
Jad Usable. Jad Usable.
So they'll call him Jad then.
I think that's the original person that made it.
Continue.
Because it's here like his roommate.
Oh.
Okay, sorry.
And they were roommates.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
His roommate.
Okay,
no, it is Jad Usable.
Yeah. Let me clear things up. I know you guys are worried about Jad Usable, but he's okay. He finished moving out today, and he said he's going back home. He's just taking the semester off. I'm not really sure what's happened. I have a vague idea, but you guys probably know more than I do. I'm Jad Usable's roommate, and obviously I know something was wrong with him for a few days now. He stayed in his room all the time, fell out of contact with literally all his friends, and I'm pretty sure he hadn't been eating hardly anything. He hasn't been eating. After the second day, I couldn't stay in there anymore, so I've been crashing at a buddy's place, only coming to my room to get stuff that I needed. I tried talking to him several times, but he would cut me off or keep the conversation brief. When I asked him about his strange behavior, it like he was convinced something was haunting him. Yesterday, I came to grab my philosophy book and he approached me looking awful, like horrible bags under his eyes, as he handed me a flash drive and gave me specific instructions. He told me that he needed me to do one last favor for him. He finally explained to me what has been going on. Gave me the account info to his YouTube channel, and told me that he's getting far away from here, that it lured him to play it again instead of trying to change things, and that he shouldn't have done that at all. And to upload the footage and to inform people what happened, I told him that he could do it himself, and he got this wild look in his eyes and told me that he is never going to look at the gameplay again. The last thing he said to me, he never even said bye when his parents came to pick him up. Never even got to meet his parents. Honestly, can't tell you what happened. When he spoke, it was kind of hard to understand him, and his fucked up appearance really distracted me. On the flash drive, there was footage of the game last night. A text document with his name and password for YouTube, and a third document called the Truth TXT containing what he told me were his notes that he had taken. He told me that this meant everything to him, and that if I followed his instructions. Normally, I wouldn't be so to the letter for request over a video game, but the way he spoke and the way he looked made me know this was really serious. And yes, and I'm going to honor that. I've had this video since yesterday, but had to have someone help me use Pinnacle. That's not really my forte.
Forte?
Oh, forte, sorry.
Not fort.
Forte.
You're funny.
You're funny.
Funny looking.
That after watching it, I had to go back through and look at his other videos on his YouTube account to realize that what was going on, and even then I'm really confused. The video I'm releasing tonight, the True TXT, will be released on September 15th, just like he requested. I haven't dared peek at it yet, so the first time I see it will be the first time you see it out of respect to my friend. To answer your questions, no, I haven't tried calling him yet. I think I'll give him a call tomorrow to see if he's okay or not. He should have gone back home by now. In the video, I go straight to when he loaded the Ben file in the game. Looking back, I realized that Jad Usable left the save select screen, and because it said different names sometimes, so my bad for that. But all it said this time was the same end of the video. It was the same as the end of the video. Link and Ben. Nothing different. I wasn't there when he played it, but it looks to me like in the beginning when he first spawned in, he was testing out his equipment to seeing what items he has or something, because apparently they've changed randomly before. Then after that, I just think the game got too personal for him. Post Fit 5, September 15th, 2010. Hey guys, Jad Usable is here. Are we gonna call him Jad? What's his name again?
I'm
Yeah, Jad.
Jad usable.
Jad.
This will be the last time you hear from me, and this is my final gift to you. There are the notes that I have taken, or these are the notes that I have taken and the realization I've made. Before I delve into this, I want to thank you for following me, and thank you for listening. It feels like the weight of a powerful burden has been lifted. By the time you read this, I won't be around anymore. But after spending 4 days with the maddening game, I have begun to understand what's really at play here, and hopefully after reading this, we can ensure that this will never happen again. There are things that I could not share with you while this was going on due to the circumstances, to which I'll explain. With Ben blocking any attempt I made to try and relay the truth to you, I tried ever so subtly to warn you guys in various ways. Amidst the chaos and my delirium, I devised to make a barely noticeable pattern in my videos. In all 5 videos I recorded over the 4 days, I have either had the mask of truth interacted with the gospel stone, or the lens of truth equipped at the same time. For you, Zelda enthusiasts, these are all symbols of honesty and trustworthiness, and I would hope that one of you may have picked up on the reference. As I played the file, which I would call Ben, being mindful of how Ben was watching over me every move in this game, I made a point to avoid doing anything too obvious, but I sent out a hidden message to you guys. I never equipped the lens, nor the mask, nor visited a stone. It worked, and the video was uploaded. I pray that somebody would notice the pattern didn't apply to Ben. The tags followed suit too. I hope you guys paid attention to those as well. They were my little messages to you. Nothing big enough that would catch Ben's attention or something, or make him suspect anything. With Ben manipulating and changing my files, I honestly hope that what you guys saw was close to what actually happened, but there's no way for me to know. This may be a long read. I don't know. I don't have time to proofread or make any of my research pretty, but here it is. So sharing kind of like his notes, because he wrote out some notes too. So yeah. September 6th at 11 p.m. he wrote, "Can't believe what happened. Not sure if this is some kind of elaborate hoax. Despite the fear, I can't help but be exceptionally curious about this. Who or what is the statue? A lot of questions here. I'm starting this document as a diary so I can keep track of everything. I'm typing up a summary of what happened so I can come back to it later." And again, a day later, at 2:10 a.m. Summary was posted here. You can go back and forth and look at my first post. That's just like parentheses. Again, at the same day, 4:23 a.m. I can't sleep. I've been trying so hard, but the harder I try, I get more restless. I just feel like that statue is appearing whenever I close my eyes. And then again, he wrote at 8:20 a.m. Didn't sleep at all. Just going to start my day. I don't think I have the energy to go to class today. I'm going to drive back down to talk to the old man. Taking my buddy Tyler with me just in case. And again, later on at 1:18 p.m. Back home now. No sign of the old man. Really weird that he appears to be moving the next day. But maybe the for sale sign was up there yesterday and I just didn't notice. Tyler wants to know what's gotten me all worked up. I didn't tell him. Going to eat. Feel like death. 3:46 p.m. Same day. Could have sworn driving back from Subway that I saw the Elegi statue buried in some shrubbery. Staring at me go by. Now I definitely need sleep. Again, 5 p.m. Don't think a lot of people would believe me if I told them about what's happening. I think I'm going to try posting this on the internet. Think I'll just use the summary. These notes are pretty sporadic. An hour later, 6 p.m. Connected my capture card to my computer to upload the footage. Thought my computer froze for a second. Made this strange popping sound when I hooked everything up, but now it seems to be working fine. My computer can't die on me now. 7 p.m. Footage is finished uploading. The quality is a lot better than I thought it would be. Gee. Guess this is a really special cartridge. I've never had it come through this clear before. At 8:45 p.m. Thought I saw an icon pop up on my desktop that looked like a statue's face for a split second. Gave me quite a scare. Getting really unnerved and delirious. I'm going to crash after this. At 9 p.m. Begin uploading my YouTube videos on an alternate account. 3 minutes later, at 9:03 p.m. I don't remember having uploaded a Vampire the Masquerade Bloodline videos last year. This was probably the account that I shared with a friend of mine last summer. Hope he doesn't mind me using it to upload these. 9:55 p.m. Posting my summary of the day 4 with a link to the YouTube video. Going to try to stay awake, but I am so tired right now. Then the next day on September 8th, 2010, at 10:48 a.m., I had a dream about the statue. I dreamed that it was following me in my dream, that I would be minding my own business when I'd feel my neck hair stand up. I would turn around, and that thing, the horrible, lifeless statue, would be staring at me with those empty eyes, merely inches away. In my dream, I remember calling it Ben. Power of suggestion, most likely, and never before had I had a dream that I could remember so vividly. 11:21 a.m. I really don't want to play this game again. I think I'm going to go back to see if the old man's there, said. 1:35 p.m. No old man, but I had an interesting conversation with his neighbor. I'll post the full thing with my summary, tonight's attempt at playing the game. Going to wait for a bit though, and see if I can dig up any more information on this Ben guy. 2:45 p.m. I've been getting random, inexplicable headaches due to lack of sleep, and keep hearing that song in my head. Also, it's flu season, so I need to be careful not to get sick. My immune system is going to be shit after right now because of all the all-nighters. 3:02 p.m. My computer just on its own opened up a text document and wrote the words hi and www.cleverbot by itself. 3:46 p.m. I went to the website. It's one of those bot chatting programs. I think it's best if I just let the conversation speak for itself. It's kind of like AI.
So that website he's talking to is AI or something?
Yeah, remember
that opened
Cleverbot
up on his computer?
Remember Cleverbot when it was like so big back then? Yeah. I just like have a conversation like the bot would just like type back random like responses. Sometimes it'd be rude, sometimes it'd be weird. Yeah.
Okay.
So he posted the conversation same day. He said hello. The bot responded with hello back. He said, "Who is this and how are you able to control my computer?" The bot asked, "Who am I?" Then the user forgot. The user said, "Right, forgot you're a robot." The bot said, "Do you really think that?" User responded, "Listen, I know whoever's fucking around with my computer can see my screen right now." Cleverbot responded, "Yes, only."
FBI.
FBI.
It's Ben, guys.
Freeze. Oh yeah, I forgot it's Ben.
Everybody go seize all his stuff.
Okay, user said, "Yeah, and I'll wager that you're one of those IT kids who think he's tough shit. You know that you're doing right now is legal, right?" Cleverbot responded, "Is it?"
It's Ultron.
User or Jad responded with, "No shit. Are you familiar with HTE terms? Invasion of privacy? Get off my computer, kid."
Get off my computer, kid.
Get off my computer, kid. Cleverbot responded with, "I am your computer." User or Jad?
Tell you it's Ultron. Go ahead.
Cool story. Anyways, I'm calling DPS. Pick the
DPS?
bad time to fuck with the kids. What's DPS?
DPS?
Is that like
I have no
the
idea.
police for like internet?
Cybersecurity!
Probably.
The cyber police.
Department of
And then-
Security? I don't know.
Okay. And then Cleverbot responded with, "Should I wait until you play the game then?" And that's when
Wow.
Jad was like, "What?" And
Like, what game?
Yeah, he asked. He was like, "What?" And Cleverbot said, "The game. That game." And then the user responded with Majora's Mask ? And then Cleverbot just said yes.
Yeah.
User said, "How do you know about that?" Cleverbot said, "Because."
Bruh, if there's a camera and somebody's watching through you through the
Girl, it's
camera, they gonna see they gonna see that you're playing a game. It's Ben. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because what? Because I did? User asked, "Did what?" Cleverbot said, "I played with you." And the user was like, "What?" Cleverbot said, "Were you scared?" Cleverbot asked, "Were you scared?" The user just asked who it was. Cleverbot responded with Ben.
Tengo miedo. He's like, tengo miedo.
And then the user said, "The statue? You're inside my computer now?" Cleverbot said yes. The user asked how. Cleverbot said, "You connected me." User Jad asked, "How the hell did I connect you?" Cleverbot responded, "Cables and cords." Kind of funny stuff.
Cables and oh my god, I'd be so mad. I'd be like, well, come out here so I can punch
Digital
you.
footprint.
So I can
It's a
punch
child,
you.
supposedly, no?
What?
The child, no?
Yeah.
Ben's like 8.
Ben's a little kid, cuz.
Like Ben drowned. Ben is like a child that
No,
drowned.
no, no. If Ben's able to get into my computer, it's on.
He can catch his hands too.
It's on. Yeah, he can catch all these hands. How
Okay.
dare you?
The user asked how. Cleverbot ignored that question and just asked, "Tell me about yourself."
I'd be like, you can't be.
Chad asked, "What do you mean?" Clarabot responded with, or asked, "What is it that really scares you?" The user was just confused.
Mama.
Freaking like,
what?
what's a very scary movie? Like it's giving that kind of vibes.
And then Clarabot's like, "Answer." And the Jad was like, "No." And again,
What scares you the most?
Clarabot answered, "Answer."
What did he answer?
My neighbor.
And then user asked, "How do you just open that by yourself?" I'm guessing he opened something randomly.
He opened the tab or something.
Probably.
One time.
It's
And then Clarabot said, "I am your computer now."
Your computer.
Jad
You're
asked,
like, yo, bro, you should clean your history, bro.
Jad asked, "How much can you control?" Clarabot said, "All." Jad asked, "What do you want from me?" Clarabot said, "To entertain." The user said, "You're stuck inside there," then asked, "You can't hurt me." Clarabot responded with, "Ha." Just
he's like, I got your.
You can't hurt me. Oh, really?
I have your.
I got your
I'm gonna
nudes.
cancel
What?
on Twitter.
Like, what do you mean?
What?
I got your nudes. That's what he said. He's like,
Excuse me.
Those ain't mine.
he's like, oh shoot. He's like, I swear that's not mine.
And then Jad just sent a question mark. Clarabot responded with, "Go play." User said, "No, you can't hurt me." Clarabot said, "Took you longer to type that."
Oh dang! He said you scared, huh? For real? He said you scared, huh?
The user, and the user was like, "So."
Tengo miedo.
Tengo miedo.
Tengo miedo.
And then Clarabot said, "You're not sure." The user said, "If you're so powerful, why is a ridiculous website like this to chat with me?" Clarabot responded with, "Less messy, more structured, and fun." User asked, "Fun?" Clarabot responded with, "Yes, traditional, I like it." User asked, "You think it's funny?" Clarabot responded with, "Amusing."
How can an 8-year-old do this?
I don't
It's
know.
a ghost, dude.
That's sick.
Ghosts are like...
An 8-year-old ghost.
Ghosts are so smart.
Yes.
That's a freaking strong ghost.
Ghosts are
The
smart.
ghosts I've seen on the TV, freaking turn the light on and off. They do legit turning on a whole computer
Hey,
or
this story fake.
doing stuff.
Then the user asked, "And my notes?" Because he was worried about his notes being deleted. And Clarabot said, "You may write them down."
He said
And the
continue.
user,
That's fine. You can keep that.
Jad asked, "Why are you letting me?" Clarabot said, "It's amusing to see what you think about me." And then all of a sudden, randomly, the window just closes. The tab.
Sick.
Then at 3...
when that window closed, I'd be like, and that's right. That's what I thought. Back.
he would pop that again.
I'm just kidding. That was a joke.
Okay.
Go.
So he continues with the notes this time. At 3:50 p.m., what have I done? I've invited it into my computer. I continue to write these notes, write my summaries. I feel like I am a prisoner in my own place of security. I don't know if I'm hallucinating or not. I feel like I'm insane right now. I can feel it watching over me even as I type this. Ben is controlling everything in the game, toying with me, leading me like a sheep. But for what? What's the purpose? I know Ben drowned, but why these hauntings? What am I even doing? I can probably even see this right now. So a few hours later, at 7:18 p.m., Ben called me to Colorbot again. He tells me that he's sorry and wants to be free, and that I can free him. That's just like how he got on my computer from the capture card. He can spread, but he needs my help. He says I am special because I can help him. That is the first nice thing he has said. Sorry. He promises to leave me alone if I do. He swears he will. I don't know what to think right now. How can I even trust this?
Like, what is that? Like Stockholm syndrome, where when they're like mean to him or they hurt him, but then after like they do like a nice thing, and then he's like, oh my gosh, he's like, they're
Stockholm syndrome is when
Yeah.
you fall in love with your capture.
Oh,
Not fall in love.
you just like admire
I mean,
them
fall
or
in love
like
too,
idolize them or.
but like you have sympathy for them.
You have sympathy for them after, so it's gonna show like little Stockholm because he's all like, oh, like I'm sorry,
He was nice
I didn't
to
mean
me.
to hurt you like that,
Yeah.
After like he like almost made him like poo himself, he's all like, oh shoot, and then after he's like, I'm just kidding, but I need your help, so then he's
Sometimes,
like, okay, so then he's starting to feel a little sympathy towards him.
Sometimes Stockholm syndrome is like the catcher is like just blatantly mean, and they just still fall in love with them. That's like it came from the word Stockholm, which is a city in Sweden. and it was originated there because a person went to rob a bank, and he like
did he get away with it?
I don't know, but he barricaded himself in the bank with like a few people that were like his captives, and like just a few hours later, the captives were all like protecting him. Basically, they loved him, like they idolized him for some reason.
Yeah, I think he got away with it because like
because he treated them right. You know, I saw on TikTok and it made so much sense.
What?
They said that people that have an abusive relationship or in an abusive relationship, emotionally or abusive or like physically, they say that they end up always going back with that person because that person was the one person that caused them the most harm, right? But then after they went back and they treated them nicely after, like they basically you get me, like first like they hit you or they call you dumb and everything, and then you're crying, and after they're all like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that, come here, like, or come on, let's go eat, or come watch the movie with me.
Like a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, so then like basically like they develop like a, oh my gosh, like he is my savior. But he is only your savior because he hurt you in the first place. So then that's why they say that people in those kind of relationships, because they always go through that, like they always go back to them because in their head it's like, oh yeah, you know like they did hurt me, but then they also helped me get through a really, really traumatic experience. But it just doesn't hit them that that person they're going back to gave them that traumatic experience, because they want to like feel the what's called the safe and the good.
And people like are always like, you're so dumb for not leaving the toxic relationship. Like that's your fault.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like
but it's hard.
You're blinded by love too.
Yeah.
If you like that person.
They develop like I said, they develop like a symbiotic relationship.
And in general,
in their head, they believe that they absolutely need them.
And like in general, it's just really hard to escape abusive relationships.
Yeah, because there's a lot of pressure.
So, like I always get mad when people are like, that person's dumb for not leaving. Like, well, girl, it's hard.
Yeah, and most of the time they stay in that relationship because that's like
the only thing they know.
Because that's all they know.
Yeah, and it's like
I think it's normal.
Most of the time it's like the longest relationship they've been in too.
Probably. Mm-hmm. And like the person that they're with is probably like talking them down, like, oh, like if you don't like stay with me, you're gonna be lonely for the rest of your life.
Yeah, like you're nothing without me. You're like always gonna like say stuff like that.
Yeah, always gonna love you. You're not pretty enough. Yeah. Okay, so getting on a tangent, but it's true.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of going with this I'm gonna say AI or Ben was doing to him.
Yeah.
You know, he like scared him, and then he's like, oh, you know, I'm just kidding. I want to be your friend. Yeah. He's like, you know what? I want to be your friend, and he's doing that to get what's his name, Jad, to do something for him.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so let me continue. So a few minutes later at 7:20 p.m., he typed out, I'm terrified of it, but now it's saying that it was just having fun. It's twisted and fucked up version of fun. He's saying that the game is over. I do want it to be over. He says that he just wants to be free, that he's trapped in the cartridge in my computer, and he wants to be freed. I don't want to have to deal with this shit anymore. I don't know how long I can deal with it, with the watching. It's watching my every move, every keystroke. I have nothing private anymore. It knows everything that's been on my computer. It tells me that if it wanted to, it could do horrible things with me, but it hasn't, so I should trust it.
See, it's saying if I really want to hurt you, I would. So.
Oh my god.
Okay, so.
Oh my goodness.
8:01 p.m. He said, something's telling me that I'm being played again, just like the game. And at 9:29, he wrote, Ben called me to Cleverbot again. I ignored it and went to go take a shower. When I came to my laptop, I was welcomed. Sorry, I read ahead. I was welcomed with an image of an Alligator statue staring at me with those dead eyes. I don't want to talk to him anymore. Then at 9:44, he was like, fuck you, Ben, I'm not talking to you. And then at 9:56, he's like, fuck you, Ben, I'm not talking. Then 10:06, he wrote in all caps, fuck you, Ben, I'm not talking to you. And then again, the same thing at 10:12 p.m. Sorry.
This is fighting his demons with Ben.
He's fighting an internet 9-year-old.
Fighting
a 9-year-old on the internet.
For real. Okay, so at 10:45, he wrote, it's been more than half an hour, and the messages have stopped. Ben has stopped. I'm beginning to think that Ben isn't confined to just my cartridge and computer. I'm beginning to feel something. It's hard to explain. I've never been spiritual, but there's something different about the air in my dorm room now.
Oh shoot.
And
Ben came out. He got mad. He's like,
probably.
you don't want to talk to me?
How
I come
dare
to
you? Pimp slap him. Pimp slap Jad. I don't know, man. Jad. Okay.
Chad. I don't know.
So at 11:42, he made the last post of the day. Last note, which was, I'm beginning to see the Elegee statue randomly as I search up the internet in places where he shouldn't be. I'd be scrolling down and suddenly I'd be staring at a picture of the Elegee statue. Always the Elegee statue. I don't know how much more of this I can take. They could like be googling for like a research project and like all of a sudden the statue.
Ben, how are you on my Instagram?
For real.
Probably. Ben.
He's like, Ariana, how'd you get here? Ariana, what are you doing here?
Ooh, Sharkeisha. Okay, so.
Wow, how long have you been working on that scarf?
So.
Almost done.
Okay, so September 9th, 2010, the next day, at 12:35 a.m., my worst fears confirmed. Ben has tampered with my summary of ben.wmv. I looked at the summary that I posted on various forums for the ben.wmv file, and parts have been omitted. There is no mention of Ben existing outside the game. There is no mention of the Moonchild. How could he have been that quick to delete the post without me noticing? I'm wondering if maybe it appeared to me that I was posting everything, but in reality, Ben was posted his own censored version. I went to ask Ben why he did it. 12:50 a.m. He isn't responding to me on Cleverbot. It's just giving me generic responses it usually does. I'm just talking to a bot this time. At 1:24 a.m. I think Ben is mad at me. Stop.
He's mad at me.
Let me continue. So at 10:43 a.m., the Moon Children appeared in my dreams last night. They lifted up their masks to reveal their hideous, disfigured faces. Maggots crawling out of their orifices, sunken black holes where their eyes should be, a yellow smile that slowly grew bigger and bigger as they came closer to me. They told me that they wanted to play. I tried to run from them, but the four children pinned me down to the ground with surprising strength. Over them stood the happy mask salesman. I announced that he had a new mask that he wanted me to try. In his spastic, sudden movement matching his in-game appearance, he took out a mask modeled off of someone's face that I couldn't recognize. A younger-looking face. And handed it to the Moon Children. Giggling, they lashed it onto my face.
Is that Ben?
Probably.
Ben.
Their horrible, broken bodies bouncing up and down. Two of them held me down while the other two began to sew the mask onto my face. Oh, okay. My shrieks and screams caused the happy mask salesman's face to turn into the most horrific smile I had ever seen. He sporadically moved around, examining the procedure like a curious doctor in that impossible movement. I flailed around, but it was no use. My eyes rolled back into my head because of the pain. It felt so real, but I couldn't wake up. I couldn't wake up no matter how hard I tried. I couldn't wake up. After the mask was melted into my flesh, they began sewing my legs together. Then my arms, the horrific feeling of the needle puncturing my legs and pulling them in, rupturing your Achilles tendon and tying them together, resonated through my entire body. I tried to scream, but the mask was pressed so tightly against my face that it was my new face. My new face had no mouth. I didn't make a sound. I tried telling myself in my head that I was dreaming. I tried telling myself again and again. And suddenly the Moon Children stopped and looked at me. They just stared. And the happy masked salesman slowly bent down, stared at me, inches away from my face, and grinned when he simply said, "You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you?" Before the Moon Children resumed with increased vigor, I couldn't wake up. It wouldn't let me wake up until they had crafted me into another Elegee statue. I woke up sweating, crying, and shaking uncontrollably. I immediately ran to my computer and went for Ben. Conversation 1. Jad said, "Answer me, Ben." Ben replied with, "Welcome back." Jad said, What is the point of doing this? Why?" And then Ben said, "Amusing to see." Jad asked, "How?" Ben replied with, Fun to play with you, make you feel safe." Jad didn't really respond, and then Ben said, "I wonder how you would have reacted." Then Jad asked, "To what?" Ben responded with, "If I hadn't revealed myself and stayed hidden, only doing little things to play with you. Close out your window, turn off your computer, move your mouse by itself. Little things. Make you wonder if I am there, but you never know. Give you little hints that I am. I wanted to do something different with you." And then user asked, "You did this before?" Then Ben responded with, yes, and I will do it again.
And I do it again.
Then Chad asked, to who, Ben? Ben just responded with, Then Chad asked, did you know, Ben?
It's too long.
Then Ben
It's too little.
responded with,
It's too little.
I won't tell the information to you. Then Chad asked, how did Ben die? Ben, I don't even think this is Ben at this point. Ben said, you know. Then the user responded with no, and then asked, but how did he drown? And then Ben just responded with, I won't tell you that. And Chad asked why. Ben responded with, it is reserved for another. And then Chad asked who, and then Ben responded with another who asks. And the user asked when, and Ben responded with later. And then the tab closed.
Ben has a couple secrets.
So, and then here he wrote in his notes, I'm beginning to think that this thing maybe isn't Ben at all. In its sadistic nature, I wouldn't be surprised if it took the boy's name after I killed him.
After I killed him.
Sorry.
After I murdered him in cold.
No, okay. So at 12:04 p.m., he wrote, my room is beginning to feel different again. There's something out there. I feel really threatened, like there is something that is trying to reach out to me and strangle me, but it can't quite get there. Okay. Oh, what the heck? At 12:46, he wrote, I think Ben doesn't want to play with me anymore. I'll play again. I'll play the game again. Ben, can you see this? I'll play the game again. Please just stop this, please. Please. At 1:41 p.m., he wrote, I'm going insane trying to decide what is real and what is not. Is Ben just playing a trick on me, or is this for real? Is Ben generating these replies, or are people actually posting them? Did I just see the screen flicker, or was it my imagination? Imagine depending on the internet and trusting your eyes for your entire life and then being blinded. We can't rely on it anymore. You second guess everything for the brief moments. I am looking at my responses to the videos. People were pointing out things that looked fake or photoshopped or whatever. And there's literally no way for me to know if Ben changed something on purpose to try to shut me out. Or if maybe those replies were just constructed by Ben to try and discourage me from even reaching out. I got caught in an infinite mindfuck loop like this, and this is what has been worrying me on my sanity and pushing me to the edge. As I'm writing this, there's no way of even telling if anyone cares as much as I think they do. Just another trick. Is this whole document even existing? Am I writing nothing? Then he had a conversation again with Ben. The same day. Chad asked, what is it? What's the point of playing? I die whenever I do. And then Ben responded with, you die because you can't figure out the secret. Chad asked, what? Clarbot responded with, thematic. And then Chad asked, what are you talking about? Then Ben responded with, there's beauty in your suffering. And then again, the window closed. At 4:09 p.m., he wrote, Ben is making me play the game again. It tells me that it has something very important to show me. And then the next day, on September 10th, he wrote at 11:52 a.m., the drowned.wmv playthrough was up when I woke up today. I remember typing it up, but I don't remember posting it. He censored it again. There is no mentioning of the old man. I have no voice anymore. I am only posting what he wants me to. I am the mask he uses to disguise himself as he lies. And then he wrote at 11:55, there's an entire video summary of a video that I don't remember doing. Reading through the summary, this sounds morbid, resembling my dream from 2 nights ago, except on a far more sadistic scale. These moon children, there's something more to them, almost as if they're another entity from Ben. Something happened last night that I can't remember. I'm posting the force summary to the forum now. The shadow of my chair moved, and at 12 p.m. he wrote, Ben won't let me visit YouTube. I can browse the rest of the sites, but he keeps on exiting the window when I go to YouTube. Why? And at 2:02 p.m. he wrote, I'm feeling the air start to constrict. I don't think I am alone here. Whatever aura has been here is getting more violent. And at 2:45 p.m. I'm trying to contact Ben on Cleverbot. He's not responding. I just get the AI. 3:51 p.m. My ears aren't fooling me. I'm hearing the river song of healing. I keep hearing it. Then at 4:23 p.m. Now I'm positive of it. Earlier I thought it was a weird coincidence, but just now I went to open my window, and 3 floors down at the ground level, I saw the old man. I'm completely positive I did. The same guy. He was just staring at my window. Standing in the middle of the campus. If any students took a notice of him, they wouldn't seem to acknowledge it. And then it's back to like the normal writing post. He continued with, that's where my notes end. I fled my room, taking the cartridge with me. I don't want to go into any details of what happened. I lose my train of thought as I hammer out these last details. It's been roughly 2 days since then. This is my last summary and service to you and the final video you guys saw. The last video entry I made was called Matt.wmv. Began as normal. I was spawned in Clock Town as usual and nothing seemed to be out of place. Determined to set things right and play the Oath of Order on top of the clock tower on the 4th day. Prepared myself. I sped up time and got to the final day, making my way to the observatory. As I got up to the telescope room and approached the astronomer, he would not let me look into the telescope. He told me that it would be cheating, and that I should follow the rules. Despite my repeated efforts, the game would not let me do the 4th day glitch, no matter how hard or what I tried. I tried working around the game and doing the glitch, but it was adamant this time. Regardless of if I simply had the illusion of free will in prior games, this time the game became more aggressive than anything I've ever seen. It eventually told me to go to Ikana Canyon, where the game would end and it would stop haunting me. Anxious and desperate to end this nightmare, I played the Song of Soaring and ended up there. I was told to check my inventory, that I would find the answers there to end the game. I arrived at Ikana Canyon and saved my progress at the owl statue. As I searched through my inventory, I finally noticed that I was missing a recurring song, The Elegy of Emptiness. Obviously, once I traveled there and learned the song, I suppose that was the last thing it needed before Ben decided it had enough fun playing with me. Ben is a manipulator. He tries to fool his victims with security and make you drop your guard like a Venus flytrap. He ensnares them. I am nothing but a puppet to him. He enjoys seeing what kind of human emotions he can tap into by doing different things. There are still some things about the whole experience that still don't make sense. But then again, I never was good at figuring out these things, and I'm not exactly in the right state of mind to do so. I'm giving you all the pieces of the puzzle for you to analyze and piece together the missing links. I am typing these closing thoughts on the library computer on campus, and I've emailed myself the notes I have stored on my infected computer from the last 4 days. I'm then going to combine those copy and pasted notes with the closing/opening that I've typed here on the safe for the computer into one text document. I'm not taking any chances spreading Ben. I would not wish this horrible torment on anybody, and I've made sure to have my bases covered. I didn't run into any problems with Ben when I was back on my computer and trying to email myself the notes. Right under his nose. He has no idea what he just let me do. Had no problems opening the TXT document from my infected computer in my email. I can't describe to you how it feels to finally be able to get the words out in the post. The nightmare ends here. That said, do not download any of my videos or anything about my videos. Through YouTube video, audio ripper, a screen grab, whatever. I don't know how you can spread, but I know that just watching them on YouTube or reading my text won't be able to allow him to spread. Otherwise, we wouldn't have needed my help in the first place. But I strongly recommend you do not take anything you see streaming online onto your personal computer. This will be my last posting. I'm putting up on this forum here for the world. If you see any further posts from me after today's current date, September 12th, and after the current time, 12:08 a.m., discredit them. It already has been proven to me that Ben can access my accounts / password and manipulate my computer. And like I said, I have no idea to what extent it can do this. But know that it will do anything to break free. He is desperate. To ensure your safety, just forget about me, please. And obviously this goes without saying, but from here on out, do not download any image I may have put on here. Any files, anything. The 5th day will be my last day. I'm going to burn the cartridge and then come back to destroy my laptop. Again, even though I don't know you, this is sort of bittersweet to me. This semester, I really didn't have any friends, or rather, I stopped paying attention to them. But I suppose that's partially to blame because I am the genius who live in a single. I suppose someone to get a hold of me, save me before I get too immersed into the game would have literally saved my life. However, it proves too much for me. I'm just glad it didn't happen to me and I could get the warning out so that Ben dies here. Lastly, thank you for taking the time to open this and open yourselves up to me about reading my story. Despite maybe not believing me, you didn't have to. Really, you shouldn't have. Your support this entire time has kept me going, and now I am finally free of this. Thanks again. Jad Usable. That's it.
During this man was battling. He was fighting. Like, that game or Ben really messed him psychologically. Traumatized him. really messed with him. Ben did it really good. See, this like what was the other one that we were talking about that also involved the was it dog that
Oh, small dog.
yeah, small dog JPEG where
I
like
know
he
all
was
the
like
ones
spreading
you're talking
it.
Yeah.
See, like the difference
the
between
first-
between Jad and the other person who or the was it female or
Was it
I
the
don't remember.
lady or the guy that was like recording it for his class?
oh that guy, yeah, it's because he was gonna spread it out, wasn't he? And then this guy, he was smart enough to like trick Ben into like taking his, because he was like a virus in his computer, taking it out and putting it somewhere else and like just leaving it there for no one else to touch. And the other guy was not like that. The other guy was like, yeah, we'll like spread it out.
He's spreading it in the chain emo, no?
So yeah, so then I'm like, oh my god, that was really brave of him to be doing that, and it, like, because it seemed that Ben really had him in his clutches. Seeing the way he kind of like was able to outsmart him, especially when he was like infecting his computer and his games, and he said maybe even his like phone and stuff. So I mean that, and then the way he
But it was in his
messed
house.
with him. Yeah, it was in his house. Like the way he messed with him psychologically, like that's crazy. Like no wonder he was so depressed. No wonder he stopped going to classes. No wonder he was going through all this because he was just so stressed out, so
He was
scared.
just getting attacked, basically.
He was so fearful of everything that was happening. Like, oh my, like I understand why he was going through all that, like what he went through. But I mean, yeah, that was really cool. That was an interesting story, Andy. It just goes to show, like, even though this is probably fake creepypasta,
Yeah.
but there
Well, every
are
creepypasta's fake.
there are versions of Ben out there for other people. Like people are getting like cyberbullied. There people are getting like harassed. So I mean, like it's like, or and if not like that, then people are still getting like messed with, like either psychologically at that level by other individuals. So it's like it just goes to show how hard it is for others to go through that, and yeah, like basically just have to be like mindful of others. That's what I'm trying to say, because we don't know what they're going through. They can be going through that, and then see somebody looking at looking at through like the outside. Might have been like, oh, he's just lazy, or he's just being weird, or
And yeah, he's just like, just like,
yeah, yeah, like emo, like nano, like that.
I'm not emo though. I got a social life unlike you guys. I don't have a social life. It's not work. I don't have a social life. But yeah, okay, that's it for today's episode, right, guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, then. We'll hope to see, or we'll hope to have you guys listen in next week as well.
Okay.
Please look at the socials.
Thank you guys for
Hopefully
listening.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening. Hopefully we
Means a
have
lot.
some things posted up. But yeah, please go like and follow. Oh, also, announcement. We were able to put our podcast up on Apple Podcasts. So that's going as well. So it's on Apple Podcasts
Fire.
as well. And yeah, and I mean, it just seems that we're going up, so hopefully we just keep going, keep adding more stuff to the podcast and to make it better and more enjoyable for the listeners. And yeah, if anybody has any suggestions, please let us know in the comments or anywhere you're listening at. It'd be probably better for you to leave the comment like in the Instagram or emails or anything. But yeah, thank you guys for listening, and bye.
Bye.